Blessings, everyone. My name is Jess Martinez. I'm the CEO and founder of Somebody's Auntie LLC, and I am back with another video. Today, we are going to be talking with Auntie Gabby, and she's going to be telling her story. So, if you haven't already, give this video a like, subscribe, and we're going to jump right in. I'm going to add Gabby to the stream. Hi, Gabby.
Hello.
Hi. So, thank you so much for joining me. You want to start off by just introducing yourself?
Yeah. Well, first of all, thank you for having me. My name is Gabby. I am a auntie of two who I work in construction management, and I am also a licensed Mixxedfit instructor. Yes, we love that. And I currently, I guess fun fact is I've lived in 3 different states.
It's very impressive. I love it. So, Mixxedfit, let's tell the people what Mixxedfit is because I honestly haven't even brought Mixxedfit up once
Oh.
on YouTube. So, Mixxedfit is a people-inspired fitness platform. Me and Gabby are both licensed Mixxedfit instructors. So, it's something that brings us a lot of joy. And I think, is that how we met? Hold on.
That is. Yes.
That's how
I think, yeah, the first day we met was our when we were doing our training to get the license.
I'll never forget that day. That was like 6 hours. That
That
was
was a long training.
crazy.
That was a
I don't
long
even I don't even think I could walk after that. My legs were so
training.
shot. So shot. But that was really fun. Yeah. So Gabby's also a proud auntie of 2, right?
Yes, I am.
Yes. Tell the people about your little munchkins.
Yes, I have a 4-year-old nephew and a 1-year-old niece. They are my favorite people in the world. my my oldest nephew, Liam, he basically, I met him right out the womb. I was there when he was born, and I don't know, I could promise that that's the reason why we're like so attached, but we have, yeah, him and I definitely have this like connection, and we get so excited to see each other. He FaceTimes me, and yeah, it's a good time. And then, I have my little 1-year-old Gigi, and she's 1, so she's at that age where it's just super fun. She's walking, she's keeps on expanding her vocabulary, starting to develop a personality. Love it.
Wow, I haven't seen Gigi yet. Well, I've seen her as like a baby, but I haven't seen her like walking or talking yet. So I definitely have to come over and meet the little munchkin for
Yeah, for
sure.
sure.
Yeah, so you and Liam are super cute. The cutest thing about I think Liam is when he FaceTimes you, like if you don't pick up, he'll FaceTime you like over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
You have like 6 missed calls and it's like all from Liam.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so I absolutely love it. You guys do have a really, really, really special bond, and I'm really happy to hear that. What do you think is your favorite part about being an auntie so far?
Ooh, my favorite part. Well, so for me, for someone that doesn't live in the same state as my niece and nephew, I think my favorite part is really just quality time. Uh, just because I feel like because I don't get to see them every day, like for instance, when we were in quarantine, like I lived with my nephew, and so we saw each other every single day. But now that we don't live in the same state, I think just having that quality time itself is just super special. I also love to spoil them. I love shoes. So whenever I find a cute pair of shoes for one of them, I'm like, I definitely have to get this. I'd be like texting my sister, like, all right, what's their size? Did they grow yet?
No, and I've seen you do that too. I'm like, yeah, like let's see, they have this. Let's see if they have the size of these. These are so cute. I love it. I love it. And so, my next question for you is if you have a favorite memories. Okay, guys, let's just talk about the little beep. I told her that her smoke detector battery needs to be changed because women do this all the time where like their smoke detectors go off and then we just pretend like we don't hear it, and I don't want to be that person. We know it needs to be changed. He says it still works. Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
We're gonna move on.
Please. The
I
next
promise I will get it changed.
Okay. The next question is, what's your favorite memory so far? If you could pick one memory or two, we could do two. What would
Okay.
you say that it is? Because I know you have a lot, but if you could pick one or two, what would they be?
Yeah. I'm trying to think. So I definitely have one for my niece, Gigi. So one of the times that I came home back when I was living in Cali, and I came back home, and she came up to me, and um, I was visiting, and we were kind of just she's has the I guess we have like the bond where she has to warm up to me a little bit um before we're like friends. Then so at first, she was kind of shy, and then I was sitting down on the floor and she kind of came up to me, and she sat on me for a second, but then she had this moment where she just like completely gave me this like big bear hug and just like rested her head on me, and it was just so sweet, and it was such a cute moment, and she just like stayed there for a while, and I was just like, oh, I love this. It was such a good moment. um and I think I definitely think about that a lot. It
That's
was
so
super
sweet.
cute. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I love it so much. Yeah, when I think I'm actually thinking about a moment with one of my youngest nephews, Justin, when he was first born, and just like having that time with him and just like having
Hmm.
him like on your chest, and you're just
Hmm.
oh, just
It's
it's
so
just
sweet.
yes, it's one of those things that you get it now, especially as you watch them grow up. Now that I have nephews and nieces that are teenagers, I get it even more because
Hmm.
people would see me, they're like, "Oh my gosh, you got so big." And now when I look at them, I still remember when they were so small. So like, all right, I get it now. Like why people are always such like in awe or in shock. Like, wow, look at you. Um,
Hmm.
because you really do grow and learn, and yeah, the older they get, the harder it gets because the attitudes get, and their opinions and the thoughts.
Hmm.
But we just hope that they learn something from us. What is one thing that you think you've learned from them, and what is one thing that you hope they learn from you?
That's a good question. um I think one thing, and I don't know why it came to mind, but or I've thought about this, but I remember, when kids, when they're young and they're like, oh, like we'll do this, and then like I'll definitely do this after, or like, for instance, I don't know, like I'll like let me have this one cookie and then I'll clean my toys. I don't know, something, just an example. But I remember I was just like, one thing I really want them to learn from me is definitely just integrity, and just to be able to, I want to show them that it's really important to be able to say you're going to do something and then back yourself up, you know? So if you say like, "Oh, I promise I'm going to do this," you want to make sure you actually get that done, because I think integrity is just a very um, important trait to have, even just all throughout your years. I think that's really important. One thing they've taught me, which is kind of funny, is it's kind of a funny one just because they're 1 and 4, and they've definitely taught me a lot of patience because because you have to understand that, you know, kids may not understand certain things as fast as adults may. So you have to be patient with them and, maybe talk them through things. Um, or for instance, like there used to be times because I used to spend every single waking day with my nephew. uh, there were times where, sometimes you want privacy or you just want to be, you know, alone for a little bit, but then like he didn't understand the concept. But in that moment, you just got to be patient and just understand that, they they're doing it because they love you. So, and hopefully I can kind of carry that patience with me one day when I eventually have um, kids of my own, God willing.
Amen. Yes, I love that. Patience and integrity.
Yes.
Integrity is such a big thing that I think it's a key quality that we want all of like the youth to have, right?
Hmm.
I know even as an adult, there are people who struggle with integrity. It's one of those things that when people get put into sticky situations, they don't always hold themselves to a certain standard of excellence, right? We just, we
Hmm.
don't judge people, we just pray for them, which is fine. But for kids, I'm sure it's even more difficult, right? To like try to teach them these things for sure. But I think you're a very patient person. I've seen
Thank you.
you're very, yeah, you're so like soft spoken and very patient. So I don't think you're gonna have any issues with that. But you know who's teaching me patience? My cat.
Wait. Little Rowie?
Yes, he's over
Or maybe
here.
not so little Rowie?
He's still pretty small, but he's definitely teaching me patience. I definitely think I want to spend more time with my nieces and nephews. You brought up a really good point that I've heard a lot of other aunties have also stated that they don't live in a vicinity where they can see their
Mhm,
nieces and nephews all the time, which is a pain point for them. And then there's like the aunts who are, who live right down the block or, just a town over, and so it's easier for them to get that quality time in. um, so what are your plans in the future to spend more time with your niece and nephews? Do you like plan trips? Do you plan just like hangouts? Like what's your go-to when you do get to spend time with them?
So, I guess I have an example. So, the next time I do come up, I do really want to, because I didn't get to do that last time when I came up and I felt really bad. But I really wanted to set time with Liam because he's also my godson, fun fact. But, um, yeah, I really wanna, like, set, just time with just me and him because he's of age that we can actually interact and do things and, just, like, bake cookies from scratch because he's at the age where he wants to help with doing everything, and I think that and he was really excited, when we weren't able to do it last time, so I wanna just be able to set time just for him and I to just bake cookies.
Mm-hmm.
Um, a lot of it's funny because one of my love languages besides quality time is food and and he's not the he's a little bit on the pickier side, so it's not like I could just be like, "Oh yeah, we're going out to like, I don't know, whatever place you choose." But something that, he would be excited for is like baking cookies. So I really am excited to do that and I know he'll have a great time. So yeah.
What are you guys gonna put on top of the cookies? Because I know you're all about the condiments. So
Definitely just your regular chocolate chip cookies, um, with a little sprinkle of a flaky sea salt, a
okay,
little chocolate chunk.
okay, a little sea salt on top. I love it. I love it. I love it. I need to get you the apron, the Aunties cook it
Yes.
the apron so you can wear it when you bake and you cook with him.
That would be super cute.
Yes, you need that. You need that. And it would, I do want to talk about hair, of course, because we see your gorgeous curls.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we can definitely talk about
Your,
hair.
your hair is getting longer and longer and longer. How long have you been natural for? Or why don't you give us a little synopsis of your hair journey?
Yeah. So I've been natural for how many years?
Mm.
Since it's not even that long. I think when did I get natural? My fourth year of college is when I did or my
Oh, you,
fifth year. Sorry, my fifth
you
year
did
of
the
college.
chop?
I did. I
Oh,
did. And it's funny because, so many people, I was like not too scared to do it because, a lot of people are like, look so good with the short hair. So I was like, you know what, it's fine. But then I didn't realize that like some people may not look as good and that some people is me. So I went through a little phase my senior year of college. But it's fine. But yeah, I relaxed my hair all the way up to basically I went to college for 5 years. My fourth year is when I decided to go natural. Basically, my sister went natural first, and she had a cute little bob with her curls, and I was like, okay, I think you did it. Like, I could definitely do it too. And so I, went cold turkey on the relaxer, stopped. I didn't do any type of I didn't want to put any, heat on. And also I was in college, so I didn't really know how to use any, curling irons and flatteners and all that stuff. So I was just like, we'll work with it. And then when it's time to cut it, we cut it. And yeah, I cut it really short. And that was definitely a phase that I don't ever want to go back to, which is enough motivation to never get a relaxer ever again.
wow. I'm so happy you said that because I don't think I know I'm never going back. There are certain people that have been saying like they're going back to relaxers because they prefer
Mhm.
it. Like, people who prefer to wear their hair straight. And I'm never going back. And just the trauma of the process from going natural to what I'm at now, like I will never go back.
Yeah,
Like
that process was rough. The
I didn't even do the big chop. I just rocked out with the straggly ends. I just, I just kept braiding them up until and snipping. I just kept braiding it until it was
No, I did the big chop, and it's funny because, I was so used to just doing it, with a relaxer, obviously it's easier. So I was
done.
able to whatever, let it dry, do whatever I needed to do. But then I didn't know how to like work with my natural hair at the time. And I'm still learning, honestly. I'm still learning as my, hair is growing and changing and stuff.
Yeah,
But at the time I was trying twist outs and it was just they weren't they weren't going very well. I
they weren't
wasn't putting
twisted.
enough product and I didn't even put extensions. I was like, we're just gonna embrace the little poof we have and just hope it grows faster.
Right. No, I'm right there with you, girl. It's rough. So I know I when I met you, you were already natural. Your curls look amazing. What products are you using? Do you know off the top of your head?
So, I mean, I have at least, I have like these go-tos right now. So, right now for my shampoo, it's one you recommended, Design Essentials shampoo.
Oh, wow.
I use that. I'm actually rotating the shampoo through like Design Essentials, and I just got Girl in Hair again. Because it
Girly
just feels like,
hair.
like you just feel like you're really getting it like nice and
I'm
clean. So,
trying to tell people, Girl in Hair has one of the best shampoos on the market.
mhm,
I'm telling you. When I put that on my
mhm.
scalp, I just it takes me to another place. My scalp feels amazing. I love it. Oh, well, shout out to you and your curly hair.
Thank
Well,
you.
wait, hold on. We got to talk about one more thing before we
Yeah.
let you go.
Oh, wait,
And
wait. Also, shout out to Miel because that curl custard.
Oh, you
No,
use the cold
yes.
custard
Oh,
too.
yes.
It
Love
looks
it.
amazing. I'm
I've been
trying
using it since
to.
I've been using for since I since the big chop, since I actually it got a little bit longer, I it's been like a good several years that I've been using it and I can't like not use it.
You're addicted.
Yes.
She's addicted. Well,
Yes.
shout out to Mayel. I
Yes.
just went live with Mayel Organics
You
yesterday.
did.
It was yesterday when this I don't know when this is gonna go up, but it was yesterday that I went live with them. And so if you guys wanna watch that video, it is on the channel or on Instagram. There's a replay as well for that. I absolutely adore their brand and the products that they provide us. They never drop the ball.
Mhm.
Never drop the ball. And then so the other thing I wanted to talk to you about. So I had saw you a couple I don't know, it was a couple months going on now, but a little while ago, and your hair was straight.
Yes, it was.
So
Yes, ma'am.
tell me what happened, and how you felt about it.
It's it's funny because so I really don't like to straighten my hair. Um I prefer to just even for like special occasions. I think it's cute when like you just wash your hair, you let it dry and whatever you want to, pick it a little bit or like, do a little, trying to stretch it out or whatever you want to do. And it looks super cute, but some people disagreed with that. And so I went to a wedding and I essentially got like, I didn't want to say I got guilted into straightening it, but I guess, I kind of did. But I think it's just I feel like there's a certain stereotype with a lot of older people that still kind of believe that straight is, I guess, uh, fancier or is more appropriate for special occasions, which I definitely don't believe. But I ended up straightening it, and uh, I was like, I don't ever want to. Next wedding, we're going natural curls.
Right. Yeah. It's interesting because I think that I'm not really around a lot of older people anymore, like as
Mm,
much as I used to be when I was younger. Like I just feel like I'm in a more of a younger crowd now, so I don't get the same amount of like conversation around hair
mhm.
that I used to when I was younger, and I felt that pressure. I'm interested to know what other people think around straightened hair and what's professional, what's more elegant or up class, or what do you guys think about this conversation? Because I think it's an important conversation to have.
Yes.
I I personally don't care to have straight hair. I don't think it makes me look any more professional than if my hair is just naturally curly and like big and fluffy. I've gone into courtrooms with big, fluffy, curly hair, and the judge was like, I'm just, I'm here for work. And the judge is over here like, oh, wow, look at your hair. And I'm like, thank you, Your Honor. Like, it just was so awkward. But
Yeah.
I've walked into spaces and I've had a very interesting reaction to people with my hair to the point where I wear my hair in twists and braids most of the time, and I won't even take my hair out because it just it's too much for people to like handle, and they always have something to say, and a lot of people want to see it straight. Like that's like if you get any requests for Jess's hair, people are like, I want to see it straight. When are you gonna straighten it? I'm like, probably never.
No.
Probably
I
not going
won't.
and but it's something that's requested a lot, and so I'm interested to know what the people think, if they make it to this part of this video and they see this, if they can drop in the comment section and let us know what you guys think about special occasions, straightening your hair. I've quit a job because there was an issue with my hair. I
Oh,
surely
wow.
I worked there for 3 months, and as soon as I heard a little
Wow.
chitter chatter about my hair, oh, this and that, I was like, okay, let me make my exit. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and I went on to bigger and better things. But I do think that is also a conversation for a whole week. We could talk about that for an hour.
Yeah, I have stories for days on.
You do? Okay, give us
Oh,
one more. One more.
okay. One example, and it's actually wasn't in the work environment. Um, I've had an instance, but not in the work environment, more for like interviewing. But I do remember one very distinct moment when I had um, my hair was finally kind of, growing out a little bit after I chopped my hair. And I went to a graduation party, and my hair was a little bit on the, the fluffier side just because, my curls weren't as defined that day. But I still wore it out, and it was like frizzy. And I was like talking to this girl, I was like, yeah, man, like my hair is so frizzy. And then she's like, yeah, it really sucks to have horrible hair, doesn't it? She didn't say horrible. She said a more vulgar word, but
What
that
word?
starts with an S.
Oh, oh no.
And I was like, I wasn't getting at that. I was like, that's not what I was gonna say. I was so shocked.
What in the world?
Yeah, I was like, I don't know if you're like projecting on, you complaining on the fact that you don't have, you know, straight hair, but that's not where I was getting at.
Oh my
I was
goodness.
like, okay, definitely talking to the wrong crowd about this. We're just not.
The fact that you're laughing, I'm like, Lord, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I mean, I
I
laugh about it now, but
Well, yeah, now I guess you can laugh about it. I have this really, I actually have one funny story. I was working at a job back in the day, and this woman was just so mesmerized by my hair. Like she just couldn't. She was just like, wow. Like you could just tell she was
yeah.
mesmerized. And she asked me like, how do you get it from like big to like small? Because if you go put your hair in a bun, like my bun, I can make a little teeny little bun,
Yeah.
but I have a lot of hair, and so I was feeling a little bit petty that day, and I was like, "It's magic." Like, and I remember my like the director, it was like a black woman, started laughing, like she couldn't help herself. She started laughing. I ended up like, obviously repenting because I felt like that wasn't very nice for me to say, but it was pretty funny. Like I've had some really interesting things happen where people like in the workplace where people have just like come out their neck and said something crazy, and I'm like, not today.
Mhm.
Not today,
Mhm.
lady. Please back up. Wow. Okay. Well, I appreciate you jumping on with me. It is a little bit late. That's why we are in our comfy wear.
Yes.
We're wearing our hoodies. So I don't want to keep Gabby any longer because I know she has other things to do. Do you want to share anything you have going on or where the people can find you? Anything you want to spotlight?
I'm trying to think. What do I have going on? So right now, I'm all in you know, my growth right now is kind of we're in the learning phase.
Yeah.
We're in the phase where we're just trying to figure it out. But um one, I would definitely love to start, maybe not necessarily growing my platform, but I would like to continue advertising for shout out to somebody's auntie. Because
Yes.
yes, because we love aunties, and I definitely want this platform to grow, and just because I'm a very passionate auntie myself, so
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I think what Gabby is getting at is if she is a brand ambassador for somebody's
yes,
auntie,
ma'am.
And so you guys, I'm gonna put your Instagram in the description section so people can follow you. And she also is a licensed mixed fit instructor, so you never know, you might see her pop up at a class in the future. Maybe sometime soon she might get be teaching somewhere. I don't know, we'll see. And then also is starting her own business venture. So once that's up and running, we'll have you come back on here and share it.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
Awesome. So thank you guys so much for watching. And we'll see you in the next video. Thank you, Gabs.
Thank you.
Appreciate you for coming on.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for having me.
Anytime.